Coca-Cola Ultimate is the next soda to get that Patrice scale. I've heard a lot of different things about this soda. Everybody I talked to said this thing is like straight to the moon, incredibly good. So I am really excited to be trying this one out. I have to say Coca-Cola has let me down in the past. I did a video on Coca-Cola Starlight, which was space flavored, and I would say it was ass flavored because it was terrible. It's probably one of the worst sodas that I've had from a major brand. I also tried Coca-Cola Move. Not really that good either. So I have mixed expectations. Everybody says it's banging, so I'm expecting that. But history says that Coca-Cola can't do anything except for a regular old Coca-Cola. I don't know what's going to happen when I do bust this Patrice scale, but you get to witness it in real time. Stay to the end of this video. I will tell you what my score is, but I will also give you some tips that I found out about Coca-Cola.
A lot of times, you know, you might give a chick a 6. That's really like ugly, but we trying to be like not mean.
This is Ultimate Coca-Cola, which is limited edition. It says League of Legends right on here, which either means it's sponsored by
League of Legends
or it's their League of Legends edition. I'm not exactly sure which that is, but it says it is XP flavored. What does XP stand for? Extra potent, extra pissy? I don't know what XP stands for, but it is from the Coca-Cola Creations. So I'm going to read these nutritional facts. It is a 20-ounce bottle, 240 calories, which is consistent with Coca-Cola. Total fat, 0. Sodium, 2%, which is 55 milligrams. Total carb, 65 milligrams. Sugar, 65 milligrams. Again, consistent with the Coca-Cola. Coca-Cola is not a sweet soda. And it says added sugars is 129% and protein is 0.
Disclaimer.
This is not a significant source of saturated fat, trans fat, cholesterol, fiber, vitamin D, calcium, iron, and potassium. Then it says carbonated water, high fructose corn syrup, caramel color, phosphoric acid, natural flavors, caffeine, and the caffeine content is 57 milligrams, which again is consistent with Coca-Cola. Coca-Cola is not a high level of caffeine. I think you can get more caffeine in a coffee. But what's interesting is they didn't say natural and artificial flavors. It just says natural flavors. Interesting. So Coca-Cola has probably the first time I've seen that where it just says natural flavors on there. And then of course, you have your recycle here. You have a couple QR codes on this thing. So I'm going to put these up before I actually do the review. Now that I've read all the ingredients, we've completely scanned this bottle from head to toe. The only thing left to do is open it, taste it, tell you what I think, and bust that Patrice scale. No flavor hits me right away, but, it almost smells like a grape. It smells like Coca-Cola, but with like a grape flavor in there. Something fruity, maybe in citrus. It smells pretty good. So like I said, it smells like it has some type of fruit in there, maybe a citrus, maybe a grape in there. It's really hard to tell. It's a subdued fragrance, but for some reason I keep getting grape more than citrus. I'm going to go ahead and drink now, and as I'm drinking, this is the perfect time for you to hit that subscribe button so that way you don't miss any of my other videos. Weird. It's a weird taste. I will describe what my initial thoughts are and I'll take another swig. When you're first drinking it, you get basically the Coca-Cola flavor, then it has like a hint of like vanilla in there, but everything rushes on the back end. It's almost like a fruit punch type of flavor. I got orange as well as grape. That's why I call it more of a fruit punch instead of just the individual flavors in there, because there's another fruit that I'm getting. I can't put my nose on it. I honestly don't see what all the hype is about. It's a Coca-Cola, but it's a different flavor, but it's not anything spectacular. So I don't understand why everybody has such a hype about this drink. It's nothing more than Coke with like an extra hint of a little bit of flavor, a little bit of a fruit punch flavor, a little bit vanilla flavor. Like it has something extra to it, but it's not something significant. For instance, the video that I did with Sprite Tropical Mix. And on the back end, you do get that lemon lime, but on that front end, guess what I taste? Exactly. Pineapple and orange. It was, of course, Sprite, but then it had a substantial flavor increase with this tropical mix. It was all these fruity flavors, I believe the orange and the pineapple, like you could taste it right away and it was significant. This is not significant. It's a hint of vanilla, a hint of orange, and a hint of grape, or like a fruit punch. Like it's got a hint in there, but it's not anything that's substantial. I don't understand why everybody is hyped and going crazy over this.
I don't see it.
Maybe it's me. Maybe my taste buds are fried. So when I drink this, it's nothing special for me. Maybe that's the problem. I don't know. But what I want you to do is in the comments, tell me what flavors are you getting with this particular drink. It says it is XP flavored. I don't know what XP stands for. That's one thing, if you could let me know that. Also, what flavors are you getting? I got a little bit of vanilla, a little bit of what I'm calling a fruit punch, of an orange, possibly a grape type of flavor in here. But what are you tasting? What do you taste when you drink this? Is it substantial? Is it something that just hits you right away? Like, oh my gosh, this is this flavor. Or do you have to contemplate a little bit and think,
what is this fragrance?
Or is it like a wine tasting where you smell it?
This wine has a bold body, and I get a little bit of pomegranate and a little bit of asparagus.
Or is it something where you're like,
Wow, this is a blank flavor.
I get more of a hint, you tell me. Yeah. I'm getting something back there, I just don't know what it is. Now the only thing left to do is for me to give you that score. So my score is going to be a 15 out of 30. It's right down the middle of the road. There's nothing bad in it, there's nothing great in it. It's just a good drink. If you want a good Coca-Cola, you won't go wrong with this. If you want something extraordinary, it's probably not the drink for you. If you're trying to decide between a regular Coke and this Coke Ultimate, you won't go wrong with either of them. It's a decent flavor. It's not sweet, so you can actually pair this with something that is sweet. If you have a Cinnabon and you're thinking, what can I drink with this Cinnabon that won't take away from the sweetness and the flavor of the Cinnabon, you won't go wrong with Coke Ultimate. If you're having a frosted lemon cake, which is one of my faves, and you're thinking,
What can I drink to go with this frosted lemon cake that won't take away from the lemon, that won't take away from the sweetness?
Coke Ultimate, all day long. Not anything bad. It's not going to be anything great, substantial. Just right there in the middle of the road. So those are my thoughts on Coke Ultimate. I busted that Patrice scale for you. If you made it to the end of this video, then I promised you a little bit of a bonus. When I was in the store and I grabbed Coke Ultimate, there were actually two there. And I was trying to figure out what is the difference between this Coke Ultimate and this Coke Ultimate. One had a red top, the other one had a black top. And if I didn't know any better, I was just gonna grab that black top and keep pushing, because the label is muted. It's really dark down here and it's even really light up top, right? I held them up side by side. Said,
What the hell is the difference between the red top and the black top? Why do they have two different tops? What's going on? How do I decide which one is which? Which one do I try?
and I was gonna roll up out of there with the black top. And I'm so glad that I took a couple more seconds to read. So the red top was regular old Coke with all of the regular old ingredients. The black top was Diet Ultimate. So if I would have drank that Diet, you would have seen me spit it right into the camera. Because I don't get down with that nasty stevia, saccharin, sweet and low taste. Do not like that flavor at all. So when you're in the store, especially with this label, because it was really hard to determine just off a glance, you actually have to sit there and read it. And you know, when you walk into a convenience store, you're like, hey, I'm gonna grab this, take it, roll about. Now you know, if you grab the red top, full sugar, which we like that. If you grab the black top, it's going to be Coke Zero. Regardless of if it's the Ultimate, if it's Move, if it's Starlight, it's going to be the zero version of it. And that's how we bust that Patrice scale. I appreciate you coming and rocking with me. I know I said it before, but you haven't done it yet. That's the only reason why I'm repeating it. Hit that subscribe button so that way you don't miss any of my new videos, including the one that I'm doing on Mountain Dew Baja Passion Fruit.
Or
The video that I'm doing on Mountain Dew Baja Caribbean Splash. You don't want to miss those. So hit that subscribe button and I'm rolling up out.
Would you assuredly go to Club Eye looking bitch?